Okay, and can you all see my screen? The overhead. Thanks. So I wanted to go through the steps that we follow for elimination in loads of detail. So let's look at this first system. And this is what I sent out this morning. It's not homework, it's just extra practice if you want it. Okay. So somebody remind me what step 1 is. You're allowed to look. I can tell I was working on my battery this morning. Oh well. Oh, good, there's a net. Okay, so what is step 1 when we're solving by elimination? Solving.
Step 1 is write each equation in a standard form.
Good. Are we good on line 1?
Yes.
How about line 2?
No.
All right, so let's fix line 2. So line 2. We have x equals 1 minus y. All right. Now, what should we do to get into standard form? Gabrielle. What can we do to make x equals 1 minus y become standard form?
Add y.
Good. So now we have x plus y equals 1. And let's go ahead and rewrite the system. So line 1, let's use this color. Line 1 is 4x plus 3y equals 1. Line 2, x plus y equals 1. And let's write down what A, B, and C are for both of these lines. So for line 1, what is A?
For line 1, it's 4x.
And so A is just the number. And yes, it is 4. And what is B?
3.
Good. And C?
1.
Okay. And now for line, oh, don't worry about it. So for line 2, what is A?
It's only numbers, so would it be 0 or 1?
So 1, that's, yes, that's why we're going through it. And for Y,
It would have to be
Is-
1 as well.
good. And then C,
1.
awesome. So for elimination, we want to choose any coefficient that is 1 or -1. Because that'll make it easy to fix the other one. So we can choose either X or Y to match the other equation. Let's use Y because X gets all the glory. So since in line 1, the coefficient of Y is +3, we want the coefficient of Y to be -3 in line 2. I can see you, yay. Okay, good. All right. So we've got 4x plus 3y equals 1, x plus y equals 1, and we're focusing on y's. We want the coefficient of y to be the same, but opposite in sign. So since we have a +3y in line 1, it would be nice to have a -3y in line 2. How can we get that? What can we do to get the coefficient of y in line 2 to be -3?
You multiply by -3.
Excellent. So we have -3 times x plus y and -3 times 1. All right. And we get
-3x, -3y equals -3.
excellent. So let's write down the system again. Line 2 is -3x minus 3y equals -3. And line 1 is still 4x plus 3y equals 1. And at this stage, what do we?
We have to eliminate a variable.
Right, and yes, and how do we do it?
We add.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. So I'm going to say 4x plus -3y. So 4x minus 3y, 4x minus 3x.
X.
Good. And +3y minus 3y.
They cancel out.
Yes. And 1 plus -3.
-2.
Yay, thank you. I love hearing more than one voice. So we've got our value for x. And now that we have one of the values, let's move up to the originals. We just found that x equals -2. Do you want to choose line 1 or line 2 to find y?
Line 1.
All right. So let's see, line 1, that'd be 4x plus 3y equals 1. 4x plus 3y equals 1. And we just found that x was -2. All right. How do we find y?
Miss Dale,
Yeah.
Since I thought since we used line 2, do we have to use line 1?
No, so we have not yet used line 2 to
Oh,
find anything. We use line 2 to eliminate, but that's not the same as using it to find something.
oh, okay.
So since we chose line 2, no, we chose line 1 to find y given x, that means we have to check in line 2. We could choose either line to find y given x, but we have to check in the other one.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. That's a very, very good question. So 4 times -2.
-8.
And everything else stays. How can I get closer to solving for y?
You add the -8 to the other side.
Excellent. So now we have 3y equals 9.
Divide by 3.
Y equals 3. So we have a value of x and a value of y. We used line 1 to find y given x. And that means we have to use line 2 to check. So x plus y is 1. And we're checking -2, 3. And 2. And what am I going to fill in on the left side?
-2.
Yes. And what about the next one for
3.
y? Good. And what is -2 plus 3?
1. Oh, no,
Yay.
right?
Exactly right. Okay. So let's just practice those steps lots today.
Why do I always get confused about where, like from the very, well, I already got the middle part where you tie in like when you're adding the X's and the Y's. I figured that out yesterday, but then I always get confused about where to put like in the very beginning, the very first step.
Oh, this putting them in standard form?
Right, like, I always get confused about, I know it's supposed to be AX plus BY equals C, but sometimes, I just get confused on like where to put the Y and where to put the X, like if it's not in its right form, like, I guess we can just go over that.
Okay. Simone, you're here, aren't you? I think
Yes,
so. I
no.
saw. Okay. So I only just now saw your message. So let me know if you're having any trouble. All right, so let's practice putting things in standard form. And let's do that using the second system.
Okay,
And then we have -x equals -1 minus y. All right, so there are our 2 lines.
okay, so for the first part, line 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay, don't tell me.
I'm
So we're
not-
gonna do, wait. Let's see, y equals, wait, okay. So we're gonna bring over, wait. Y equals 2x minus 6. So we're gonna do negative 2x on each
Yes.
side, right?
Excellent. Yes.
So we got that. Okay.
So negative 2x plus y equals negative 6. And for line 2,
Great. Okay. So
see, line 2 is currently negative x equals negative 1 minus y.
okay, so the x is already there, so we would bring over the y,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
A positive y, right?
So we're going to add y. Yes.
Okay, add y.
So we have negative x plus y equals negative 1.
Oh, okay. Yay.
So are we happy with both lines?
Yes.
All right, let's write the system again because it helps to have them written correctly. So we have line 1 is negative 2x plus y equals negative 6. And line 2 is negative x plus y equals negative 1.
Oh, wait.
And to practice, let's write down what A, B, and C are if the form is AX plus BY equals C. So for line 1, what is the coefficient of X?
Um,
And coefficient means the number in
oh,
front.
it's 2.
Yeah.
Negative 2. And b, y. No, I don't know.
So what number is in front if nothing is written?
1.
That's right. Very good. 1 is actually harder than the others. And then what is C for line 1?
Oh, negative 6.
Yes. Excellent. For line 2, what is the coefficient of X in line 2?
1. Negative 1.
Negative 1. Good. How did you figure that out?
Because there's no number for x.
Right. And there's a negative.
Right.
Good. And what about for Y?
Y is 1
All right. And C.
is negative 1.
Excellent. So now, pardon?
Don't forget your journal.
Let me see. There's a chat. Oh, thanks, Celeste. Yeah, if you want to sign into the chat, I've written down who's here, but if you sign into the chat, I'll have a record of it. Just put your name. You don't have to sign in anything fancy. All right. So the next step after we have both lines in standard form, we want to see, are any of these coefficients, A or B, equal to 1 or negative 1? And both of the B's are 1, which means it's the easiest thing to change. If I have a positive 1 in line 1,
Mhm.
how can I get a negative Y in line 2?
What did you times it by negative 1,
Yes,
right?
yes. Okay, so let's do that. We've got line 2, -1 times negative x plus y equals -1 times -1. So I just multiplied by -1 on both sides.
Mhm.
And now let's distribute. What is
So-
-1 times -x?
That's positive 1x,
Good.
right?
Yes. -1 times y.
Oh, negative y.
Good. And -1 times -1.
So that's positive. So that's 1.
Good. Now, let's look at our two lines. Line 1 is -2x plus y equals -6. And line 2 is x minus y equals 1.
And then we have to do line 1. We have to make, since it's a positive, and we have to change it to a negative, right? Times it by a
So
negative.
we've already, so here we've got a positive 1y
Mhm.
and a negative 1y, and that's what we wanted.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We wanted, yeah, so we've got it. What do we do now that we've got those two values opposite but the same?
We
What do
add-
we do with them? Yes,
Oh, yeah, because one line has to be positive, one line has to be negative.
that's right.
Okay.
So now we've got -2x plus x.
Wouldn't that be 2x? Oh, no.
So it'll be -2 plus 1 x. And what is -2 plus 1?
Oh. -1? No,
Good.
right?
Yes, yes. And if I have -1x, do I need to write the 1?
No.
Okay, good. The y's are gone. What is -6 plus 1?
-5.
Good. I'm sorry about my fingernails. I was messing with the battery this morning and they all got cracked and dirty. And the oil won't come off. Okay, so I've got -x equals -5, but excuse me. I want positive x. So how do I find positive x if I know negative x?
Oh, where do we divide x?
By
Negative x? No, x.
so
1? No,
what is the number out front?
1.
Positive or negative?
Negative.
We're
No.
going to divide. Yeah, we're going to divide by the number out front. So I could write -x as -1x, and that's easier to see. I'm dividing by the coefficient of x, the number out front.
That's right.
With 1 and -1, it's harder to see. Sometimes it really helps to write the 1 or the -1.
True. Okay.
And what is -1 divided by -1?
X.
Yes.
0.
And 5 divided by 1 is
4. No, 1. I mean 5.
and negative divided by negative.
Positive.
Good. So we found the value of x. This is now step 5.
This is a really long process. I think that's what I'm. It has.
It
like
is
so-
long. And the reason we have these steps isn't because we need them for these problems, but because we're going to use them again when we do matrices. So I want us to get used to these steps
Mhm.
when it's not so horrible. Well, we're not doing so many new things.
Right.
Okay, so we just found that x is equal to 5. So this is step 5. We have to choose one original equation to find X, to find, pardon me, to find Y.
Okay. So which one do you,
This is the one where you can choose either one.
right? Which one do you, which one would you normally go with? Like the one that we worked on or the one that we didn't, like with your,
It either one, especially in this case, either one is easy. So, and I would always say, depending on which one you pick, you get to practice. So it's always good.
okay. I guess
So which one would you like?
the -2x plus y equals -6.
Okay, and we're going to use the original form of it. Yes. Okay. So we're going to
Okay.
use line.
Okay, sorry.
We're going to use line 1,
Mhm.
and it was originally y equals
2x.
2x minus 6, and we're substituting the value of x as 5. So we have y equals 2x minus 6. We're putting a 5 in for x.
And then
And we get, let's see, 2 times 5.
10.
All right. And we still have that minus 6. 10 minus 6.
Oh, 4.
Yay.
Ooh, yeah.
So now we have x equals 5 and y equals 4 as our solution. But what do we always have to do before we believe our solution?
Check it.
Good. And that's what we're going to do. So this is, I don't really care whether or not you know the number of the step. I like to be able to refer to them. So this is step 6. It's checking.
This now,
Yeah.
on step 6, do we have to use the original line?
Yes.
Oh, baby.
So that's really important. You have to use the original line in step 5 and in step 6, because what if you made a little math error from the beginning to the next step? You wouldn't really be checking all of your work if you checked in a later stage. So we're gonna, okay, so in step 5, we chose line 1. What does that mean we have to do in step 6 when we check?
Substitute the X's and the Y's.
In which line?
Oh, in either one, whichever one you pick.
It's line 2 because you picked line 1.
That's right. We chose line 1 for step 5, so we have to check using line 2. It doesn't matter, but we have to use the other one.
Okay. So in step 6, we use the other one.
Use everybody. I did, I confused everybody, I confused myself. too.
Yeah, and I meant to write -x equals -1 minus y. Okay, and now we've got -x and then -1 minus y. And for x, we're filling in,
5.
and for y, we're filling in.
It comes out as -5.
4.
Good. And now let's see, we've got -5 is just -5.
Mhm.
What is -1 minus 4?
Make us feel smart.
3,
And
-3.
-5.
Oh,
When
we
they
added-
have the same sign, you
Oh.
add. That's right.
how come I
good.
can't remember that?
Well, try to write it down and just practice.
Ugh.
It is hard work. Okay, what is it?
Can we do the exam on Zoom?
Can you do the exam on Zoom?
Are we gonna be in
if you-
class?
I'm just kidding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we are going to be in class for the exam.
classes are you taking? There's 4. Oh. These are, the math.
Okay,
It's America, kill myself.
You guys are too happy.
Why don't you just let us do the exam on Zoom and then give us the answers?
No, we need help. We can't do Zoom. I need to look at my partner's paper.
No, no way. Okay, let's do number 3. We're only doing these because they're set up and I know the answers. So number 3,
Wait, the one that we did, was that one of our homework assignments on assignment number 7?
no, this was one of the homework. This is one of the problems in the handout I sent you this morning.
Oh,
And this is also, so let's see, 6x minus y equals 3.
Do we submit this after class or do we just practice along here or?
Oh, so thank you so much, Isabel. So if you're watching later, please, for the next problem, not this one that we're about to do, but the next one, please work out the steps on your own and just send me a copy of that. So let's see. This
the one that-
is,
we don't have to do anything?
you just have to participate, which you're doing.
Okay.
Y'all are all wonderful. So we have
You can share, that would be good. Rest of the class.
3 minus 6y,
Yeah.
3 minus 6x.
Wait, that's good. Wait, Yeah.
Juliet, did you just come on?
yeah, no, I'm here. I wrote a different problem. I wrote a 6x minus y.
Oh.
I
You
like-
always make me laugh.
Yeah, no, like, I told you I was us. Where is it? I think because we're all close to each other.
Y'all are funny. All righty. The exam is a week from today. We'll do the review together in class on Tuesday. I will send you the review this evening, and we'll do it together in class on Tuesday. And then the exam will be just like that on Thursday. The same length, the same difficulty,
The same practice exam.
the same words, the same, but not the same numbers.
Okay.
All right, so is line 1 already in standard form? And let's remember standard form. AX plus BY equals C. So is line 1 already in that correct form?
No.
No, no.
All right. So we've got line 1. It is 3 minus 6x equals negative y. What do we need to do to get it into standard form?
Bring over the Y.
All right. So now I've got, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put 3 minus 6x plus y equals 0. Are we there?
Wait, what? What? Those, we're not even
Those are the
close
ones
to
I
that.
get confused on.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
so-
I got you.
So what do we need to do next?
Move the
Do
3.
we- Yes. Oh,
Why
you're
not?
welcome.
Why move the 3?
Because the number, the constant has to be on the opposite side.
Okay.
And that's what I was like,
So since
we
we
did
probably we're gonna do
it.
negative,
Yeah,
right?
but that keep screwing me up.
So now we've got line 1 is negative 6x plus y equals negative 3.
Wait. Negative 6 is 6x plus y equals negative 3. Oh, okay. So that's line 1.
Correct. Yes. And now let's write down line 2. Line 2 is 4x equals negative 2 plus 2y. Is line 2 already in standard form?
No.
All right, let's fix it. So we've got line 2, 4x equals negative 2 plus 2y. All righty.
So we move over the
Why? Too wide. Too wide.
Yay.
Wait, okay, negative 2y, okay.
So that gives us 4x equal, 4x minus 2y equals negative 2.
Oh, negative 2.
All right, and now we've got line 2 in standard form and line 1 in standard form. So let's write the system again so we've got a nice version of it. Line 2 is 4x minus 2y equals negative 2. And line 1 is negative 6x plus y equals negative 3.
Okay. So.
All right, now let's write down, and we're referring to ax plus by equals c. Let's write down what a, b, and c are for both line 1 and line 2. So what is the coefficient of x in line 1?
Negative 6.
Awesome. What is the coefficient of y in line 1?
1.
Yay. And what is the constant in line 1?
Negative 3.
Excellent. And for line 2, what is the coefficient of x?
4.
All right. And for y, what is the coefficient of y in line 2?
Negative 2.
All right. And what is the constant in line 2?
Negative 2.
Marvelous. So at this step, I'm echoing. Try if everybody could mute their mics for just a moment, then maybe the echo will go away. Okay. So now this is the step where we look to see, is any A or B 1 or negative 1? Do we have any 1 or negative 1?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, line 1, B
Oh,
is 1. So we're going to choose to work with Y. We're choosing to work with Y because one of its coefficients was 1. So we look at the coefficient of Y that isn't 1. That coefficient is
2.
all right. So we have B equals negative 2. That means we want the coefficient of Y in the other line to be positive 2. Negative 2 and positive 2. And why do we want those numbers?
So they cancel each other out.
That's right. So we want the coefficient of line 1, the coefficient of Y in line 1 to be positive 2. How can we get that?
Multiply everything
All right.
by 2.
So let's see
Wait,
right now.
Line 2, right?
No, line 2 told us what to multiply by.
Okay.
Line 2 already had something that wasn't 1 or negative 1. So we want the opposite of that in the other line.
Okay.
So we've got negative 6x plus y equals negative 3. And we're multiplying both sides of that by
1. Negative 1.
if we want the coefficient of y to end up being 2,
Oh,
what do I need to multiply?
Negative 2.
We want it to be positive 2.
Oh, so
2.
Yes. Good.
oh, 2.
All right, so let's see, 2 times -6.
Is -12.
All right, 2 times 1y.
2.
Excellent. And 2 times -3.
-6.
Awesome. So now our system looks like,
You know, draw that squiggly
okay, so line 1 is -12x plus 2y equals -6. And line 2 is still
4x.
4x minus 2y equals -2. Groovy. Now that we have one of the coefficients in the two equations matching but opposite sign, what can we do?
Adam.
Yes. If we had added earlier, would we get one of the variables going away?
No.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Okay, so now what is -12x plus 4x?
-8.
Excellent. Positive 2y minus 2y.
Why?
They cancel out.
Oh, yeah.
They cancel, just 0. Good. And -6 minus 2.
Wait, we add those, right?
Yes, we always add.
So -8.
Good. What do we need to divide by to get x alone?
-8.
Good. -8 divided by -8
X.
and -8 divided by -8.
1.
So we've got our value of x. Let's go back to the original equations and choose one. So we're looking at the value of x is 1. Which of these original equations do you want to use to find y using our new value of x? 2. Okay, I have many requests for line 2. So we're going to use line 2. Line 2 is 4x equals -2y equals 2y minus 2. I transposed these, I'm sorry. And now we're going to substitute in our value for x. I'm going to write it the way, oh no, here we go. 2y minus 2. Do y'all see what I did there? I wrote the 2y first and the -2 second. Alrighty, and what value am I plugging in for y? For x?
Yes, now.
Yeah,
How is it on line 2? How you wrote it? How's it +2? Why?
oh, because it was positive y here. It was positive here. And so it's still positive. I just wrote it first.
Okay,
And the 2 is still negative. I just wrote it second.
okay. So
That's
it's okay,
actually pretty tricky.
but
So
I'm at,
the sign of y has to stay the same. So it's positive here. It has to stay positive. And the 2 started out negative. It has to stay negative. Does that help, Amber?
well, I was just wondering like why we can't keep it like -2 plus 2y.
Oh, we could have. I accidentally wrote it backward.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely could read it. That'd be better. Okay, very good. What do I substitute in for x?
1.
Alrighty. And now we've got, let's see, 4 times 1
4.
equals 2y minus 2. but I want to find y.
Do you add two to
Two to both
sides?
sides.
Yes, yes. So now we get 6 equals 2y. How do we find y?
Divide by 2.
Good. 6 divided by 2?
3.
Excellent. And 2y divided by 2.
Y.
Yay. Now we have a value for x and a value for y. We use line 2 to find y using our value for x. Yes, that's right, Julia. So we have to check in line 1. So let's see. Let's check. Using line 1. And the original line 1 was 3 minus 6x equals negative y. So 3 minus 6x equals negative y. The point that we're checking is 1 comma 3. And what do I fill in now?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, how did you figure out to do that problem? You just picked the first one?
No,
Okay.
we chose, so in the previous step, in the step we just did,
Mhm.
we chose line 2 to find y using our value for x.
Oh, okay.
So when we're choosing which line to use to find y using our value of x, we can choose either one. And
Okay.
then in the next step, we have to choose the other one.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right. So I've got 3 minus 6x equals negative y. How can I check? What should I do?
Three minus 6 and then 1 in parentheses. And then negative, and then 3.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, doke. So I've got 3. What is negative 6 times 1?
Negative 6.
Excellent. And negative 3 is just negative 3. What is 6 minus 3 minus 6?
3.
Are we happy? Always. Okay, great. I want y'all to do this next one. You can talk to each other. I'm just not going to help. And then we're going to go through it together. So I want y'all to do 2x minus 7 equals negative 3y. This is problem 4. And line 2. X equals 1 minus 4y. So I'll be here, but I'm going to turn my camera off. And I want y'all to talk to each other. And if you're at home watching this later, please do this problem and send me a photo of it.
So we would add 3y on each side.
Turn your
Nothing.
mic off.
Oh, turn my mic off? Okay.
There it is. All right, who wants to tell me how to do this one? First of all, are both lines already in standard form?
No.
So we want standard form. Kx plus by equals c. So is line 1 in standard form?
No,
Okay, let's start with it. Right now we have 2x minus 7 equals negative 3y. What do we need to do there to get it into standard form?
add 3y to each side.
Great, and now we've got 2x plus 3y equals negative 7, minus 7 equals 0. All righty,
minus
are we
7.
done?
Seven.
So are we in standard form now?
Yes,
You have to add the 7 to the other side.
Yes, that's
Oh.
right. We only want x and y on the left. We want any constant term on the right. All right, let's look at line 2. Is it already in standard form?
no,
All right, so it is currently x equals 1 minus 4y. What can we do to make line 2 in standard form?
Add the y, add the 4y to the other side.
Excellent.
Mhm. 4y.
So now the left side is x plus 4y. The right side is just 1. I understand totally, Amber. All right, so now we've got is line 2 in standard form now?
Yes,
All right, great. Let's write down the system again, just to keep track of it. So let's see, line 1
2.
is 2. Go ahead, thanks.
So 2x plus 3y equals 7
All right, and
Line
line 2,
is x plus 4y equals 1.
thank you.
And then
We want to identify
the
A, B, and C. So let's see. A,
B, and C.
B, and C. A, what is A called?
X.
The coefficient of X.
Oh,
And coefficient just means the number in front.
yes.
Okay,
Coefficient.
okay, good. So what is A?
For line 1 is 2.
Excellent. Line, what is B?
Is 3.
Awesome. And C.
Is 7.
Wonderful. For line 2, what is A?
1,
B,
4,
and C.
and 1.
Great. Is everybody feeling better about this stage, getting the 2 equations into standard form and identifying the coefficients? Good, very good. So now we want to look at these coefficients. Are any of them 1 or -1? We're not looking at the C's, we're just looking at the A's and B's. Do we have any 1 or do we have any -1?
We have a 1 in line 2.
Great. That means we're going to choose, let's see, A goes with X. So we're going to choose the X's. In line 1, X has a coefficient of +2. That means we want to turn this 1 into a -2.
Negative.
Yes. So how can I,
We would do times everything by -2.
excellent. And do you see why we're choosing a 1?
Because it's easier.
Yes, exactly right. So we have X plus 4Y equals -2 times 1. All right. -2 times X.
-2.
All right. -2 times 4Y.
-8y.
Excellent. -2 times 1.
-2.
Marvelous. So our system now looks like line 2 is -2x minus 8y equals -2, and line 1 is 2x plus 3y equals 7. And what do we do? Why did we choose to make the x coordinates opposite sign? The
So they
x
cancel.
coefficients opposite.
So they can cancel out.
That's right. Good. And that's what we're about to do. So 2x minus 2x.
X.
They cancel
is-
out.
They cancel
That's
out.
right. That's right. Oh, you don't have to send me a picture if you're here. If you're here watching, you do not have to send a photo. If that photo request is for people who watch the video later. So the idea is they have to watch the video to know what I'm going to ask them to do. And then I know that they watched the video. Okay, so yes, we have 0 in the first column. What is 3y plus -8y?
5.
Is it
-5.
+5 or not? Yes, good.
Yeah.
And 7 minus 2.
5.
Excellent. What can we divide by so that y has a coefficient of 1?
-5. Well, 5.
-5 is correct. So -5 divided by -5.
Y.
And let's just do this in 2 steps. 5 divided by 5
Is 1.
positive divided by negative.
Positive.
Good.
Oh,
So when the signs are different and you're multiplying or dividing, the answer is always negative. Okay, great. We have an answer for one of the variables. So we're going to go back to the original. Which equation would you like to choose to find x given y?
we would use then,
We can choose at this step.
oh yes, I guess the X.
This one, line 2?
Mhm.
All right.
X plus 4. And then -1 times -1 equals 1.
Okay, so we know y is -1, or we hope that that's correct. Line 2 is x equals 1 minus 4y. And what am I going to substitute in for the y?
-1.
Excellent. Because that's what we just found.
Right.
What is -4 times -1? Yes,
4.
and 1 plus 4.
5.
Excellent. So now we have a value for y and a value for x. We're going to go back to the original equations. Since we chose line 2 to find y given x, we have to choose line 1 to check. Okay, so we've got 2x minus 7 equals -3y. 2 minus 7, -3. And what am I going to fill in for the x?
7 equals -3. X is going to be 5.
Good. And for the y?
2, 5 minus 7. Y is -3.
Negative,
-1.
-1. Good. 2 times 5.
10 minus 7 is 3.
All right. -3 times -1.
4. No, 3.
Good. Are we happy?
Yes.
Of course, we're doing math. All right, let's take a break. Please, when we come back from break, somebody remind me to turn the recording back on. It is 11, I'm going to pretend it's 11:20. It's actually 11:18. Let's come back at 11:30. Who's going to remind me to start the recording again?
I will.
Oh, thank you.
You can do it.
Yeah, or whatever.
All right, we're going to come back at 11:30 and I'm pausing the recording. If I can find it. There it is. Hi.
This meeting
Oh,
is
thank you.
being recorded.
You're recording now?
Yes, I sure am.
Okay,
Yay.
good.
But I'm trying to figure something else out. Oh, heck, I can't figure it out, so I'm not going to worry about it. All righty. So, oh, thank you all very much for being flexible.
Thank you for being flexible.
You're welcome. All right, is this helping? For those of you who are here, can you text or, chat or something me whether or not this is helping?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, awesome. So let's do, I know it's a shock, but let's do 5 since we just did 4. We have, I keep doing this. We have 3y 1 equals 6 minus 2x and x equals 3y minus 15. All righty. Are we in standard form?
No,
Okay, great. What does that mean that we need to do?
AX plus BY equals C.
Excellent. And let's start with line 1. Is line 1 in standard form already?
No,
All righty. So we've got 3y equals 6x minus equals 6 minus 2x. What
okay,
can we do?
we're gonna add 2x to each side. Okay, so
Excellent.
then
And
we're,
why am I writing the 2x first?
because that comes first in standard form.
Exactly right.
So 2x plus 3y equals 6. So that's in standard form. That's line 1, then line 2.
So let's see. Yes, line 2. Is line 2 already in standard form?
No.
All right. Right now we've got x equals 3y minus 15.
Subtract 3y.
All right.
Subtract, okay.
And that gives us x minus 3y
X
equals negative 15.
3y equals negative 15.
So that our system is now x minus 3y equals negative 15 and 2x plus 3y equals 6. And let's do what we've been doing. Let's identify A, B, and C. All right. Oh, and I didn't write line 1. Here we go. So let's start with line 1. If A is the coefficient of x, what is A in line 2?
1. 1. Oh no, 2.
Good.
Oh, okay.
What is the coefficient of B in, what is the coefficient of y in line 1? What is B?
B is
3.
3.
Good.
3,
And C.
6,
Awesome. And what is A in line 2?
1,
Excellent. B,
3,
positive or negative?
Negative. Negative.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Negative 3. Good. And C.
Negative 15.
6.
Okay, at this step, we've been looking for a 1 or a negative 1 for A in either A or B. But what do you notice about the B's?
They're already in form to do
They're
the
all, yes, they're already set up. We don't have to look for a 1 or a negative 1 because we already have a 3 in both, positive 1, negative the other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we can skip the next step, which is
Good.
lovely.
Well, we can
Yes.
never do that with the we can never do that with the constant, right?
Right, it does not matter if the constant is the same.
Okay.
We have to have one of the variables. Yeah, that's a great question. So
Right.
now let's add, we've got 2x plus x.
Oh, that's 3x.
Okay. Positive 3y minus 3y.
Cancels out.
Good. 6 plus negative 15.
8. No, 9.
9, and is it positive or negative 9?
Yeah.
Good. Okey doke. How can we find x if we have 3x equals -9
Divide
by?
3.
Awesome. 3 divided by 3 is
0. I mean, x.
good. Negative, let's do steps. 9 divided by 3.
3. -3.
Well, let's just do the 9, positive 9 divided by 3.
Oh, positive 9 divided by 3 is 3.
And then negative divided by positive.
Negative.
Good. Let me see. I think somebody had to leave. Okay, yeah, Danielle had to leave. Let me just let her know it's okay. Okay. So we've got our value for x. What do we have to do to find a y that go with that x?
Oh, we have to go to pick any one of the original
Yes,
formulas.
exactly right. So we have x equals -3. And we can choose at this step to use either line to find y given our value of x. Which one do y'all want to use?
Can we use x equals 3y minus 15?
Sure. So let's use, right up here. I'm thankful to have plenty of paper. So let's use, you chose line 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Use line
So
2.
find y given x equals -3. All right, and line 2 is x equals 3y minus 15.
Okay.
So where are we going to substitute our value that we just found?
We're going to do -3 equals 3y minus 15.
Good.
And we're going to divide.
We've got adding and subtracting first.
Oh, yeah. We would do oh wait, don't tell me.
Okay.
Oh, we would subtract.
What
No.
would we subtract?
Oh, no, we can't do that.
Tell me what it is, see whether or not we can do it.
Oh, we would do Oh, yeah, we would do -3y.
Oh,
No.
move the y to the left.
Yes,
All right.
right?
That gives us -3y minus 3 equals -15. Now what? Because our
Y.
goal here is to get y alone,
So divide.
but we still have adding and subtracting going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we would subtract 3y from 3y.
We just moved the 3y.
Oh, that's right.
So we want to get this 3y term
Mhm.
by itself. I've got two things on this side. I've got a -3y and a -3. Can I add or subtract anything here that will make it so that I only have -3y?
We would subtract -3, right?
Subtract -3 is the same as adding 3, is that right?
Oh, we would add it.
Good. So now I've got -3y equals, what is -15 plus 3?
That would be 12, -12.
Yeah, good. And how can I find y now that y doesn't have anything added or subtracted to it?
We would do divide
Good. And what am I dividing by?
-3.
Marvelous. -3y divided by -3.
Is y equals
And then
negative.
let's do it in two steps.
Oh,
What is +12 divided by +3
+12.
divided by +3?
+4.
Good. And what is a negative divided by a negative?
Positive.
Good. Alrighty. So now we've got an answer for y. We already had a value for x. We used equation 2 to
Mhm.
find y given x. Which equation do we have to use to check?
The 3y equals 6 minus 2x.
Exactly right. Good.
Okay.
So we have to use line 1 to check. So let's see, line 1 started out being, well, thanks.
Oh, 3 and then parentheses. Oh, no, we will
Well,
just write the whole thing. So 3y equals 6 minus 2x.
excellent.
We put a little line and then our little graph thing, and then we're going to put parentheses for y. We're going to put 4.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah. So 3 parentheses 4. And the other side is going to be 6 minus 2. X was -3 parentheses.
Excellent.
And then 3 times 4 is 12. And then 6 minus 2 is
Well, we have to multiply first.
Oh,
Remember
we
for
have
the order of up. So what is 2 times 3?
2 times 3 is 6.
And what is a negative times a negative?
Positive. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So we have 12 and 12.
We have
So when we're checking, the numbers have to be exactly the same on each side, right?
exactly. Okay. You another one, and if you're from home, please do this on your phone. When Right, number 6.
What's that noise?
Here.
I love your markers.
1 equals negative 4x.
Wait,
And
don't tell me.
Pardon?
Oh, I said don't tell me. I want to do it.
um,
Why is
so
it staticky?
13 x equals negative. All right, so I want you at home to here, but I'm gonna hide. Sandy, Okay, who'd like to help me? Okay. I see your hand. Is that right? Okay, good. Are both lines in standard form already? Is one in standard form already? That's right. Let's start with line 1. It is 3y minus 1 equals 4x. Ax y equals. What do we get standard?
Minus 3y.
Negative 4x minus y. So the x and the constant is right without changing sign.
Can you just flip it or no?
Equals. It doesn't matter whether I put the e to the right. So I'm going to move this whole thing on to the left. It was on the left to right. Still equals. Oh, now let's look at
Minus 3x. okay. So what can we make line 2 where the constants on the right? Can we do this here? Exactly right. So now we've got 5y. I'm ready to everything to this way, to the left side. I'm writing the thing that was left to the but we haven't changed anything. Still 3 equals negative minus 5. 3 equals 3x. What we did, Isabella's flip one. So we've got negative 4x through negative 1. Line 2. 3x is 5y.
and not a 13?
It is a 13.
Okay, so when you bring it down, thank you, because I was like, wait a minute, I must be wrong because I keep putting
No.
13s everywhere.
I'm wrong. That is exactly, so I want it to stay. Very much like we do in our GDF. Actually, that is here. So be 5, B and C for each. So equation 1 or line coefficient of X.
-4.
Marvelous. Coefficient of Y. And the coefficient of the term. Line 2. What is the
negative? Oh, -1. No. Oh, the first negative. No, the top one is -1.
oh, bless your. As I said, what can I do with it? So now in equation 2,
-3.
what? The coefficient of Y.
-5.
Excellent. And constant.
13.
So it's cool. What to do? Because look at the A's. The C's do count at this step. When we look at the A's, we any one or any one. So we have to do something to the equations. And if I just look at the A's, can I this positive, can I multiply negative +3 and multiply -3 by 4? Can I do both of those things? 3 times -4?
-12.
Excellent. And -4 times -3.
12.
So what I have to do this time is to multiply line 1 by +3 and 2 by -4.
And
Two
you could have done
steps.
it the other way around, right?
Done the same kind of thing with the -3 and negative. We just have to choose. So let's rewrite the room to. We have -4 minus, right, equals -1. And we said that for line 1, I'm going to multiply by 3. And I've multiplied by -3 and line 2 +4. We just need to get positive one, negative over the other. Alrighty, -4x.
-12x.
3 -3 y.
-9y. -3.
We needed to multiply by -4 and line 2 is -3x minus 5y equals 13. And we're multiplying by -4.
times negative 4 times negative
12.
and 4 times 5.
20. Why?
Yeah, but we've got two negatives. Always think of those. I think positive 4 times positive 5 is 20. And then negatives, positive. And let's see, 13, 26, 52. Quite a long. Let's Can we now? No worries. Yeah. So we've set it up. We did this step previous to this next step so that what will happen?
You can cancel out a variable.
That's right. So we're going to add negative x plus 12x. Excellent. Negative y plus y. 11. Is that right? And negative 52 minus 3. So we're going to add. And they're both negative, so the answer is negative. I worried when we got 11, but it looks like it'll be okay. What can I divide both sides by to get y alone?
11.
Excellent. And we get y is equal to
Negative 5.
yay. Now let's go back to the original equations. Which line do you want to choose to find x given the y we just found?
The first one.
All righty. So we're going to use line 1 to find x given that y equals negative 5. So line 1 was 3y minus 1 equals negative 4x. 3 minus 1 equals negative 4x. And what am I going to fill in for y?
Negative 5.
Awesome. 3 times 3 times negative 5. Good. And we still have negative 4x on the other side. What is negative 15 minus 1?
Negative 16.
Excellent. And how can we get x alone?
You divide it by negative 4.
Marvelous. Negative 4 divided by negative 4.
X.
Good. And let's do this in 2 steps, even if y'all don't need to. 16 divided by 4. Negative divided by negative.
Positive.
Good. So now we have a value for y and a value for x. We used line 1 to find that value of x, so we have to use which one to check?
Line 2.
That's right. We must use okay. And line 2 was 13 plus 3x equals negative y. And let's write down the point that we're checking. We had x was equal to 4 and y was negative 5. Is that right? So we have 13 plus 3 times x, negative 5 times y. And we're plugging in what value for x?
4.
And what value for y?
Negative 5.
Marvelous. Let's see, 3 times 4.
12.
Negative 5 times negative 5.
25.
Marvelous. 13 plus 12.
25.
Yay. That was a great way to finish. I think we're over time. Apologize for that. So I wouldn't give you a problem on a test or a quiz where you have to work on both equations at the same time. And I try not to have problems with numbers that are this big on something you would do on a test or a quiz. But homework is kind of fairer game. So any questions before we all have a good weekend?
I saw a couple of them that have fractions.
Yes, you do not have to do them, but I thought it'd be fun practice if you're willing to do them.
Okay. I'll
Since
try.
there were only 2, I thought it would be okay to try. And since you knew the answer in advance. If there's gonna be a fraction though, as an answer, I'll tell you what the answer is so that you know what your goal is. Because otherwise you're gonna be unsure about your arithmetic. That's no
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And happy whatever we're doing.
You too,
Yay,
Liz.
whatever we're doing. Bye.
You have a good day,
Bye.
good weekend.
Bye.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.